Hey ladies, how you doing? So I haven't been canceled yet, so I guess this means I'll go ahead and answer another question that a lady has about dating and men in general. So the question for today is, why do people think you have to text them 24/7 to show you're interested? I honestly can't stand it, especially if we've only had 1 to 3 dates before. Why do people think it's so necessary to text consistently every single day in order to ensure them that you like them? No one wants to feel as if texting the person is becoming a chore, and space is sometimes so necessary, especially if we're just getting to know each other in the dating phase. So, I will tell you that I actually agree with you. I myself am an introvert, and I don't feel the need to really text people unless I'm trying to hang out with them, set up some kind of date, or if there's like a project we're working on where we got to like talk back and forth. But in terms of dating stuff, this is something that I'm very aware ladies are frustrated with. This is why when I go on dates, I make it a point to keep my texting limited to, like I said, I'm asking you for a date, occasional banter here and there, but it really is trying to lead towards more in-person stuff. But your question, why do men do this? Well, I need you to understand how the male mind works in terms of dating. You see, we've been made to believe that you as women have a lot of things that you have to figure out in order to date. At least I know this, okay? So I know you guys have safety concerns. You got to see if the person's going to be truthful based on any past baggage. You may have to really be better at vetting a guy because there's a lot more hazards involved that could go wrong if you pick the wrong guy. Men's lists are very short. Men's list is basically if the woman treats me good, if I find her attractive enough to hook up with, and she's able to be loyal, then I'm good. So here's what happens. We go on a first date with you ladies. We have the best time of our life, and you've already checked off the three things that are on our list. We already get along with you. You seem hot enough for us, wanted to hook up with, and based on our conversation, we assume you'll be loyal. So after like that first or second date, we've already made our decision. The problem comes where we've already made the decision, and we're looking at you thinking you should have also already made the decision. So when we don't feel after 1 or 2 dates that you've completely chosen us yet as the person to date, we think to ourselves, okay, logically, what is it that I need to do in order to make her feelings be faster so I'll know that she actually is caring about me and actually wants to be with me? Keep in mind, this is after the first or second date. So although you're still in the process of I'm having a great time, but I want to find out more about this person, because we've already determined that you are the next person we want to be with, we think in order to get in your good graces, we need to be in front of you all the time as a reminder to you that we exist and that we do like you. Because we're thinking the reason you haven't made a decision yet is because maybe you're not sure of something that we did. Maybe you're not sure of our feelings. Maybe you're not sure that we're not just in this for sex or whatever. So we come at you hard thinking that, okay, if I'm in front of her face all the time, then she's going to like me. And this is a problem on the guys into things that we gotta fix. And I had to, do my own years of figuring out, okay, wait, so I cannot text a woman and it's going to actually be better because she's going to have time to be set to herself to really reassess how she feels about me and then come to more conclusions versus if I'm in front of her face all the time. And what guys really honestly need is permission. They need permission and the assurance that if they're not texting you all the time, that does not mean that you don't like them. And in fact, you are still going to see them. And so what I've found, honestly, the easiest way I've told women in my life to do this is say, hey, when you go on those first few dates, make it a point to mention that you're not the kind of person that needs a person to be consistently in front of them to like them. And this is very subtle. You're on a date, you're just talking or whatever, and you can be like, date other guys. Or some guys in the past, like, they text me all the time, and I was just like, I can very much like a guy, but just between me hanging out with friends and me going to work, if I don't respond back to a guy right away, that doesn't mean that I don't like him. It could just mean that I'm busy, and that's fine. But a guy that's trying to text me all day and all night, as much as I may like him, that might not be something that works for me when I have other stuff going on. And so when you put it in a third story way like that, it's not directly directed towards the specific guy you're currently on a date with. Guys can read that and say, oh, I don't want to be like that last guy that she got rid of because he texted her too much, so I won't be that guy. Because all we want to know is what things should we be doing to make sure you're going to be attracted to us the most. And so if we think that texting you all the time is going to do that, we're going to do that. Now, at some point, guys, later down the line, figure out that it's not. But a lot of guys that you're going to be start dating on these first dates, they've gotten into the habit over the years of consistently texting women nonstop. And then once they get on a date, they think they got to keep that up now because God forbid you forget about them. And I know that y'all have memories like elephants. So you're going to remember you are purposely, if you're not trying to text us back or call us back, it means you purposely are trying to give a guy the hint that he's not needed. But most guys are going to think that, again, they're going to need to text you all the time. So if you're on these first dates, if you just tell a guy, hey, you know what? Again, make it a story. This last guy did this texting thing all the time, and it caused me to lose interest. Give the guy that notion and the idea that, hey, you know what? I'm cool for text here and there, but mostly it's like, I really like to hear from you if we're going to be going on a date again, or if we're trying to plan something together. And it's not to say that I wouldn't reject you right out if you're texting me all the time, but like at the times that I can't respond back right away, I don't want you to fill out the handle, because a lot of guys just get into their feelings. It hits our egos. We start thinking like, what we did such a good date and we had such good chemistry, and now she's like, I'm trying to text her all day and she's suddenly like giving these 1 or 2 word answers. What's going on? And it's because we think that's what we have to do and we're lost. So that's something you can do to help on your guys into things. I'm doing my part to try to tell guys, hey, like, don't be on the phone all the time. Contrary to popular belief, women don't want to be texted all throughout the day because they have other stuff to do. But if on these first dates you can mention that to a guy in a third person story, that'll really help out the situation. So hopefully that is helpful. Assuming that you like this advice, leave a comment down below and let guys know. Let guys know that'll watch this video, hey, we don't need to hear from you all day. And for guys, any questions you want to ask down there to the women about, like, hey, well then what kind of things will we text you, etc., do that. And of course, ladies, if you have any other questions you want me to answer on one of these videos, then I will answer it. Assuming I'm not canceled, I will see you guys next time. So thank you for watching this, and I will talk to you ladies soon. Peace.